Welcome in everyone to our very first survival series here in Wastelands. In this series, we will start with a little tractor, this little John Deere here, a sickle mower, a small square baler, and a trailer. Our goal is to see how fast we can get to $1 million. So let's get started. Now, did you think I really was going to go with a John Deere green? I don't think so. So we're going to use this Deutz. This little Deutz tractor here. We got everything hooked up together. I love how the 3-point will work with the baler. So we're going to head on down to our new piece of land that we have inherited. It's just grass right now. There's a few trees on it, but mostly grass. We're going to mow it all up, take the bales off it, and see how much money we can get out of it. We don't have a tedder or enough money to ted it, so we're not going to be able to turn it into hay. So we're just going to currently just use the grass bales, run them to town, and see how much we can get out of it. It's my first time playing here on Wastelands. Actually hadn't even really heard of this map before, but I like the layout of it. I like that there wasn't an overabundance of trees. Some maps get a little carried away with too much logging, and this one we have a little of both. So we're going to primarily focus on getting grass mowed up for bales to see how much we can make. And then once we get it cleared off, make enough money, we can start buying, plows and cultivators, planters, all that equipment, so we can actually have row crops. So that is some of our ideas for this series. Thankfully our land's not too far from town. So we do still have quite a few trees if we wanted to make a little extra on logs. Right now all we have is a little tent to live in. Can't really buy much of a house for $1,000. Can't even find a used camper for that. Here we are. This is the homestead. Pull the PDA up so you can actually see what ground we do own. There, we own this field 3 here, which gives us quite a little bit of land to work with. Get this all detached, and then we can get to mowing. Go. I'll mow some of this up and see how much we can get out of it. here we go. We finally getting this wrapped up. This little sickle mower, it is slow. It takes a long time to mow a little field like this. And I mean, it's a decent sized field and all, don't get me wrong, but I would have loved to have a little bit bigger mower, a little bit more money. That might be one of our first investments. But I think actually the first investment is going to be a rake. We don't even have a way to break this up, so I'm not sure how we're going to make this bale nice and easy. There, get that last little bush out of the way. Get over here and see how we can bale it. Not sure if that wagon will catch any of the bales or not. Be able to pick up a few that away. Well, that PTO shaft don't look quite right. I think there's a little bit of a glitch there. Hopefully it goes away when we start moving. Oh, just going to follow us everywhere we go. Hey, maybe it stopped. That shaft really stretches out. There we go. Alright, let's see how this goes. See how good of a pickup it's got. It's got a decent pickup. It's the first time I've tried this little square baler. Yeah, I think that'll work really nice. Now the question is, will it fall in the trailer or will it miss and fall right on the ground? Just a little there, but that's alright. It falls onto the ground. Let's see if it'll get the next one or if we need to just... Oh, that one it took. So some it'll go in, some will miss. Hey. Alright. Yeah, there's another one that missed. Probably drive over and bounce just enough that it knocks all the bales out of the wagon. Still not sure what we're going to do about that PTO shaft issue. Now, I have used that mower before and it never did that. Alright, let's get this turned around and go the right way with it. So we're not driving on the mowed grass. There we go. Yeah, maybe the pickup's not as wide as I thought it was. That was a pretty small little path it took. Oh, now I'm going to be driving over the bales though. Never thought of that. Oh, the struggles. I think it's getting quite a few. Get a full wagon, then we'll go sell it. Well, we have most of a wagon load now. Just throwing some of these loose ones around that didn't go in. Get some of them picked up. Get a full load to take to sell, and hopefully they all stay in there. This trailer does not strap any, so we have to take it careful. Definitely would like to have a rake to make this go a lot easier. So as you can see, we haven't really got very far. Stay, stay, please stay. There. Alright. That should be good enough for now. Let's run this to town and see how much we can get out of it. Not sure how many bales are on there. If I'd stack them in nicely, they'd be a lot more. It'd be less risky to spill, too. Take it very careful. Very careful. Alright, let's get to town. Now, we can just figure out where to go. We got some more bales up here. Looks like we need to get that PTO shaft from the mower still stretched. Get down. Oh no! Oops. Oop. Just wish there was a strap to fasten them in with. So I should have thought of that when I bought this trailer. I know we're going to take a shorter way next time, but I don't think this is the best way. Another bale off. Alright, see if I can get this one to stay. It's almost there. Well, don't knock others off. Alright, that bale, now to toss it. Oh, won't you let me grab it? There. Come on. Come on. Made it this far, we're almost there. I think I'll probably fall off the second I get in the tractor. If I can get in the tractor. Oh! There's a bale behind it, didn't even see it. There. Now stay. Stay, please. Pretty please. We're going to have to look this up on the map. I do not know which one it is. It is bale sale. There we go. Tag. Now we gotta find a drive in there. Try not to lose all of our little bales. Ooh, road's not smooth. Trailer bounces up and down too much. Alright, now if I can find the... There it is. Hope this brings us enough money to maybe get a different wagon. Alright, here we go. No, that's not very much money. No new wagon. Alright, well, I'll go back and bale some more. Well, here we are with our last load of bales. Made a little over $3,000 so far on them. I do know that I definitely want a rake and a different wagon. This is, ooh, it's had a little weight distribution wrong. Try to throw me all over the place. But, yeah, this is way too hard to try to keep the bales loaded in good without straps. See, there was a bale almost wanted to go. Been picking up bales all day trying to keep them in. Thinking maybe an auto load trailer, something that'll hold these a little better, keep them in place until we can afford to buy a bigger baler to do round bales or big square bales. Also got to think, do I want to keep doing bales or do I want to try to get into the row crops now? I think we're going to need a lot more money to really get started in that type of a project. So maybe tomorrow we will mow more ground and get it baled up also. Can't wrap the little bales to make them silage. That'd make some more money. Or ted them. If I get enough money out of this to buy a tedder, that'd be wonderful. But I think right now I need more of another $675. Hey, exactly $5,000 right on the dot. Perfect. Really not enough to buy too much yet. But $4,000 for the first day, it's not bad. I think a lot of guys that do the logging, cutting wood, I think they make a lot more than this. So maybe we'll have to actually buy a chainsaw and get some logs cut down to make enough to be able to get better haying equipment. But let me get this thing back to the farm ground and catch back up with you. Also could probably get a little bit out of it if we get it fertilized too. We still have our stretch PTO shaft here. Well, on our way into the implement dealer, I was just doing some thinking, and we're still using this little Deutz, which is doing great for right now. I know eventually we're going to have to get something a little bigger and a little more power, especially to be able to start plowing our fields up. So we don't want to do hay and grass forever. Another option we could have gone with is a pickup wagon. I kind of like doing bales right now. We still got the little baler. We, I think, are going to have to maybe lease a pickup wagon on this episode. So we don't have to, because right now, as you saw in the last one, very small wagon, very hard to get the bales in. I would love to be able to do bigger bales, but can't do that right now. We don't have the money to get anything bigger. But I do think with the value of hay over just the grass, I think that will increase quite a little bit of value. Do want to get a tedder. It's a tedder and rake combo. It's this one right here, this New Holland. It's a tedder, but it'll rake at the same time, so we can eliminate a step. It's only $1,200, so that's really not too bad a price. But we do also need to get a wagon, an auto load. Let's find our baler that we have right now. Right at the very end. No, not the end. Let's see here. There it is. This one. All right. Let's see if we can lease it. We don't have the $5,000, but we can lease it for really cheap. All right, so now we know what we're going to be doing. First, we got to get it all mowed, and before we can even worry about baling it, we are going to get this back to the farm. So let me get back there. Get to mowing. I think we're going to head down here to this side, kind of mow around the tree area, because by doing this, I believe we can actually cut some of these trees down. I don't know how far our property line goes. But if we could get some of these trees out of here, make a little more profit, it would really help us get to our goal. Oop. Almost hit the borderline, started pulling me over. Must be the edge of the map. Try to stay a little bit further over this way. But I will get this all mowed up, then we'll ted and rake it together. Well, we're mowing along, and we do have one tree in this field we need to get rid of. So we are going to have to end up buying a chainsaw. Let me get we'll go with a Husqvarna. Another $1,000 gone. Good thing we leased our pickup wagon already. Because if we hadn't, we probably wouldn't have any money left. I want to run spinning everything. I definitely want to have enough money for that pickup wagon. So we're not doing like we did last episode and fought to pick up those bales and keep them in the wagon. Alright, I think the rest of these are just weeds. Alright, cut these smaller here. Make it more manageable. Should have dropped the tree the other way, so we could have left the tree for now, but let's see, cut it one more time. Alright, I'll go grab our wagon, and hopefully we can put this in. Well, we got the log all loaded up. This trailer, like you saw, does not have straps, so I'm going to try my best to get these sold without losing them all. I know the bales didn't get very far, but we'll see how this goes. They're actually riding pretty good. Let me get these into town and we'll see how much we can make out of them. Well, here we are at the carpentry. It has the best price. We actually made it all the way without losing a single log. Logs do a lot better in the trailer than the bales did. There, right next to me. Alright. Bye-bye, logs. A little over 2,000. That's not too bad. It's enough to pay for the chainsaw, so I'm happy with that. But now we'll get back to mowing. Well, we just about have this all mowed up. Then we can get the tedder and rake out. My goal was to actually go around this field, you know, and skip a row every time and then rake a second row into it to make the baling take less time, but the pickup on that baler is so narrow that if I don't get my windrows good enough, I think it'll become a nightmare for me. So we'll get it started and we'll see what it looks like. If it looks good, we'll put it together. If it doesn't, we'll just bale twice as much. There. Good enough. Run up here and grab that new tedder. This is the only mod that I have found so far that will ted it and rake it at the same time. So I'm hoping it does a good enough job. Go. Oop, I'm going the wrong way. Yes, I am. I don't want to do that. Don't want to rake it over into the grass. There. That's what I wanted to do. I just love how it's raking while tedding. So it's going to take half the time. I still just don't know if I want to double rake this or just do it all, just keep going around the same way every time. We'll get a couple rounds in and see what it looks like. As I'm going around here, I've decided on a third option, and that is just to rake like this. Just combine it into the new one. You know, do this a time or two and then skip and start anew. I think this will work okay, as long as my baler can keep picking up the windrow. I did 2 one direction, now I'm going back 1 the other. Start a new one. That windrow looks kind of wide, so we're gonna hope for the best here and see what it does when we bale it. Just want to make sure I stay close enough to it that it doesn't get any wider. Alright, she's all raked up. Now see how good this baler is. I guess first we better go to the shop and pick up our auto load wagon. I don't want to use this fun little wagon again. So let's head back to the shop. Alright, we got our wagon picked up. I'll get these things hooked together real quick. See how many bales we can make. Oop. Hopefully our pickup is wide enough so we won't have to re-rake any of it. Alright. Let's get down here and get this thing started. Try to center it the best I can in that row. It's going to kick out bales really quick. Oop, guess I need to turn on the... There we go. Now everything's on right. Oh yeah, that's going to fill up quickly. Quickly. Are we getting most of the... we're missing a little bit here and there, but as long as I can try to stay centered, we'll get most of it. This is so much nicer. All the bales lined up on the trailer right. I'll get a wagon full and see how much we can get out of it. Starting to struggle to get up the hill with that many bales on it. This little tractor's just not big enough. So close. Hopefully it'll be able to pull the wagon to sell them. It's in there spinning. Come on, girl. I think you can get this little Deutz with front wheel assist, but I thought it would be more realistic on a survival series having just a little two-wheel drive. There, we made it. Made it up the hill. Yeah, I am missing quite a little bit. I could go back through and rake it all one more time after I'm done to get the last set of bales, but not going to worry about it right now. Come to that road when we get there. We're almost full already. We've only gone around one time. Well, 1.5 times. Ooh, little heavy. Little heavy. Alright, we'll just go straight. Not going to dare try to back up. Pushing us all over the place. Alright, couple more bales. There, full load. Well, I've got a little bit of a problem. We are no longer making it. I do not know what I should do at this time. Do I get a bigger tractor? Or just what? But I guess move the steering wheel. It somehow gains some traction. Maybe we can make it. The little engine that could. Feel like I'm at a race and we're trying to warm up the tires. Back and forth. Oh, keep going. Come on, you got this. Alright, now I think she's going to make it. Alright, let's see what we can get out of hay over the grass bales. But we also have a lot more than we had of grass bales. Alright, unload here. Perfect. 3,200. We only made 4,000 yesterday with all the grass bales, and we still have a long ways to go. So I'll go and finish up the baling. Well, here we are with our final load of bales. We ended up getting 3 full loads and then 37 extra. So around 350 bales. It's not too bad. Get these sold off and see what our grand tally is. Oh, for some reason didn't grab those last ones. Well, it does not want to sell them all. They're all in the box, but it's definitely giving me fits. I can try to get those last two picked up. That'll probably be easier just picking them up by hand and throwing them. There it goes. One, two. $31 a bale. That was enough to bring us $11,044 on these hay bales, which is a lot better than the $4,000 we got yesterday off the grass bales. Today's field, of course, was a little bigger, so. But I think I need to buy a logging trailer, because to be able to get enough money to buy much, we're going to have to get into the logging business. Stop here, drop this trailer off, and go pick up a logging trailer. Well, for $4,500, we were able to buy this little log trailer. Hopefully it has straps. It does. Good. Something we definitely needed. This will make it a lot easier. So we definitely know what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Some logs. I don't know just how much we're going to be able to make, but we're going to cut a few of these down. We did get that little trailer that we're going to be able to haul them to town with. Not sure how many logs we can get on it. Hopefully a couple trees would be great. Let me get these cut up and see how it goes. There we go. We were able to get both. Ooh, better strap it before I move. Able to get both logs on here. So let's run this thing down and get it sold off. This little tractor has enough power to get up the hill. See what she's worth. Let's see what kind of money we can get here at the sawmill. Hoping for enough to make this worthwhile. Let's see here. There it is. There. $4,200. Yeah, it was a little bit more than we were getting with the hay bales. We get a few more bales on a trailer though. So, but we'll run a few more of these loads of logs up here and see if we can get above the $30,000 for today. Here we go with our second load. $46.93. Let's keep it going. Well, I decided to up our game a little and leased 2 more of these trailers. Now we can carry 6 trees at a time instead of just the 2. So hopefully this will increase our production. Only downfall is I don't know if this little Deutz is going to be able to pull it. So we may end up having to lease a bigger tractor in the process. We'll find out in just a little bit. Well, here we go with 3 trailer loads. Never really thought of the problem with them wanting to overlap each trailer. But they are. Oh yeah, we're not going to have the power, I don't think. I wonder if we get a different tractor, if those logs are going to stick forward too much. It might make it up the hill. Yeah, I think it's going to make it. I did download the Lumberjack mod. I heard L Family Gaming Dad was using it. And after hearing that, I thought, you know what, maybe there's a mod to trim these trees a little easier. And sure enough, the Lumberjack mod does the trick. So I'm really glad he mentioned that one. So, but I'll get these to the mill and see what we get out of them. Should be pretty good for being 3 loads. Well, it has been quite the struggle trying to get these here. Oh, great. Now a tree. Just going to say, it's been a struggle trying to get them here. And now that I'm here, I'm stuck on a tree. I'm sure they don't mind if I cut it down. Now we can just get going again. Come on. Come on. Well, thankfully the auto load did work. Unfortunately, I am horrible at cutting the same length of logs, as you can see. So I wasn't able to get all the trees I had cut up because it loaded very unevenly. But it's a pretty good size load, so let's get it to the mill to see what it's worth. Alright, $22,172. That goes a lot quicker with more automated equipment. Let's do another round of this and see what we can conclude having for the day. Well, we went ahead and leased a new piece of machinery. This way we can keep our logs uniform instead of being off like we had been. Didn't want to make any more odd-sized logs that our automatic loader couldn't do very good. So this way we'll be able to cut them all in 6-meter lengths and load them up nicely. So let me make another load of these and see how it looks when it's in the trailer. Well, right after I cut that first log, I hit the wrong key and ended up making 8-meter logs. By mistake. We saved those for last. After I messed up, I realized I caught my mistake and switched it back to 6, but at that point it was already too late. I'd already cut one log wrong. I'm pretty sure all these are still too long to pick up until we're empty. Well, I guess it picked up a little bit. It looks like that's probably the last one it's going to be able to do. If any of these will work right over here. Yeah, it's going to get quite a few of them. Might be able to load them all up. No, that one's too many. Alright, well, we'll get these sold off. Come back for the last few. Alright, another $33,000. Not quite as much as I was hoping since we leased more equipment, but we'll be able to get some logs out of that equipment we leased, so it'll pay for itself. And then, I mean, we're at $62,000. That's not too bad. Our money's going up a lot faster than when we were doing bales. Well, we have cut all the trees down on the property that we own. Because all those trees down there are actually on the other side of the border. So we can't cut those. So we returned our wood processor. We got rid of it. No point of paying a lease payment on something we're not using or don't have any ground to even use it on. So we'll pick up the rest of these, sell them off, and see what we made today. There's one more log up there. This is the last log. Alright. Get these up to the store. Well, another $12,000. That's not too bad. Which brings us into an $89,850 for the lumber today. A lot better than we made on any previous days. Let's get this leased log equipment all returned. We don't need it anymore since we don't have any more timber. We'll get back to our doits and head back to the tent. Well, that should do it for today. I think tomorrow we're going to have to go back to mowing and baling again. I think we will upgrade our mower so we can make it go a little faster. Then we're going to probably mow the whole piece of land instead of just the little fields. Then in a couple months we'll be able to get a plow and plow it up to plant wheat or barley. Welcome into a new day here in Wastelands on our survival series. We've gone to the shop and we've leased some heavy equipment. Let's see, this is what we've got. We've got the big Krone mower and a TARDIS pickup wagon. So we can mow all of our ground and we're going to turn it all into silage to try to make a huge profit in a quick amount of time. Of course, we won't make any money today because the silage is going to have to ferment. But soon it is fermented, we will be able to sell it and then buy the equipment we need to be able to plow all of our ground up. Then hopefully, eventually make enough money that we can expand the farm to the east. We're just going to start here along the road and just do the whole thing. See how many total liters we can get out of it. Unfortunately, this wasn't actually seeded. This is just regular prairie grass, so it's not going to have the best amount of crop off of it. But once we can get it plowed up, we can actually get it fertilized and get the ground taken care of well, and hopefully seed some seed that can actually make us something. Well, there we go. We have almost 100%. Kind of a hard thing to steer. I think the weight of our load is really dragging us around. Now that we're full here, let's build our silo to be able to put this in. The silo we're going with, we actually saw from driver 53. He put this out, and here it is, the custom fermenting silo. Placed here, it'll allow us to do all kinds of fun stuff. I think how I want to sit it without it being in the way. There we go. Now we should be able to drop this off and it'll ferment. It was the cheapest price, only $10,000. It's supposed to work pretty quick like. I need to do a little ground leveling there. There it goes. Filling it up. 200,000 liters so far. That's going. We'll come over here and get it turned on. All right, we are doing grass silage. We'll get that one turned on and get started. So 48,000 cycles a month with 100 liters turning into 95 liters of silage. So that should make us really good money, and it should do it pretty quick. So actually, we don't need to wait till tomorrow to sell it. We might be able to sell it today and get plowing and even planting today. We'll see how it goes. Let's get back to mowing. Well, this is the last of the grass. We didn't quite have enough to fill up the second wagon. I mean, 99% full, that's pretty close, but I would love to have got a few loads off of this. So we're just shy of being able to get 400,000 liters. But we should have enough fermented that we might be able to sell it pretty soon. Oh, this unloaded. Well, according to our numbers, we're at 198,000 liters of silage, so we'll be able to fill that up and go get a load sold. Okay, looking here at our silage, July is the month we're in. It's one of the very worst months. Best we can get is 282,000 out of it. So we'll see where the bale sale is and the biogas, see which one's closer, because they're only $1 difference. Not really worth driving a long ways for it. Well, it turns out the biogas plant is right next to our bale sale station. So I think that'll be good enough. We'll just take it there. Make a little extra money out of it. I don't drive over everything and destroy it. Looks like this will take a little while to fill. So I'll skip some time here and get her filled up. While that is taking a day to fill up, I think we're going to go pick up a new tractor, something bigger and faster that we can use to not only pull that wagon, but also to pull a new plow to plow this field up. So park this here and go shopping. I'm thinking this Case IH tractor here, we can get it up to 886 horsepower. I think that sounds nice. Let's do wheel weights. Can we get wide tires with this one? Don't really want the twins. Well, we can do narrow twins, but tracks. See, tracks still give us good speed. Maybe we'll go with the tracks. Don't need any warning signs. Yeah, strobes. Nah, we don't need those either. 3-point. There. We'll go with that. Lease it for $20,000. Looks like it takes about all the money we have. Let's go pick it up. I have had this tractor in my download folder for a long time, but have never tried it out. I see a lot of guys use it, and I know it can plow a field really quick, so that is its goal. Try to get the biggest plow we can find, and see how much money we can make by selling this silage. Of course, now we're stuck on the fermenting silo, See if I can get it off here. Almost. Ooh, glad I didn't go with duals. Alright, let's get this thing sold off. Well, I never found a place here at the biogas plant to sell this, so we're going to go to the bale sale place instead. We've been there before. We know they'll take it. Good old trustworthy sales station here. Sold all of our bales at this location. See how much money we can make out of this. 56,000. I was really hoping for a lot more than that out of 200,000 liters. Yeah, that should have been worth a lot more. But I am playing in normal economy instead of easy, so maybe that's a little bit of the difference. You can also try setting up a sell point somewhere and see if we can get any more money out of that. So that'll be my next attempt on the rest of this, what, 198,000 or 199,000 liters. So we'll go back and get it filled up and figure out where we want to put a sell point. Well, we did put in a sell everything here. It's just a few dollars per 1,000 liters more, but I mean, every little bit helps. Forgot we do lose, 5 liters per cycle, turning it from grass into silage. So we're not quite to 198,000 on this. But give us some money. Unloads pretty quick. That's nice. Let's see how much we can get out of our second load. Another $50,643. All right, now we can get a plow and plow this field up. Well, I did have to add a weight to it because this plow is way too heavy to drag around without some counterweight. So let me turn this big old grass field into some kind of field. I'm not sure what we're going to plant though. I mean, it's only July. The only thing we can plant in July is actually grass. So I don't know if we will turn this into a real hay field or if we will wait till another month and plant something else in it. Let me get her plowed up. This plow is just amazing. I can't believe how much ground it covers, how fast it goes. We have the real speed mod on, gets you 25 miles per hour. I'm not even sure how many meter wide this thing is, but it's huge. It'll take us no time at all to get this plowed up. I did run into a bale a little bit ago. We had a little hay bale still that we had missed picking up from an earlier episode. We'll have to throw it out of our way later. Let me finish plowing. There's that little bale I was talking about. This little guy picked up and get him out of here. He's not worth anything. Just a grass bale. That wasn't really throw, it was more of a drop.
Alas, you are the weakest link.
That's out of the way. That's good enough. Well, this field hasn't taken any time at all to plow up. I do need to find a rock picker. Hopefully I can find a rock picker that can go as fast and cover as much ground as this guy. I do know that there was a new mod not too long ago that had an extremely wide width and then something like our pickup wagon type style to store the rocks in. So I'm going to see if I can find that somewhere and get at least that, and hopefully we can pick up rocks just as fast as we plowed it. Here, this will wrap up this field. Let's go find a rock picker. Here we are with our new rock picker. I saw this thing come out. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll start picking up rocks again. I had just had the rocks shut off. Now we can pick up rocks, turn them into lime, and make a little money, or save a little money, really. Activate higher speed. There we go. Let me get these all picked up here. I'm definitely not going to fill this thing up. It has a 50,000 liter capacity. I'm only at 10,000 liters. Just about have this whole field picked up. Then we got to decide what to plant. I mean, I could plant grass in it again so we could keep making silage bales, but they didn't make a whole lot. I was kind of thinking about doing cotton. So we have one big cotton field here. See when we can plant it. We probably can't plant it for a while, being July. I'm sure it's more of a spring crop. So I'll get this finished up here, and then we'll check and see what the calendar looks like. Looks like for August, our only options is canola or grass. So that's what we'll have to try to decide. But that'll be a crop we will plant in the next episode. We're going to put in this lime production here so we can actually do something with our stones that we picked up. Let's get these offloaded into it. Then since this is a survival series, we're not going to use some of our equipment for a while. Here we go, get our stones loaded in. Okay, we'll turn it into both lime and I believe crushed rock. Let's see here. Yes, it'll do lime and rock powder. Sorry, rock powder. Don't know if it's going to be worth anything on this map, but at least we'll have it. Well, let's get some of our old stuff sold off that we're not going to be using anymore. Our goal is $1 million, and we're at just 100,000 right now with the things we've had to buy. Let's remove the lease. We don't need the mower anymore. Stone picker, yeah, I guess we're done with it. Forage wagon, we'll keep it for right now. The bale loader's gone. Keep the weight, 'cause we have it in our tractor. And things we own, we don't need the small tractor, so it's going away. $11,000 we'll get out of it. Get rid of our little mower, because if we need to mow again, we'll get a bigger one. Tedder can go. Make another $800. That's not going to really bring much. The baler, of course, takes way too long to bale. We need the chainsaw, and we'll get rid of our little trailer. There we go. Everything gone that we don't need. Well, we're going to head down to the shop real quick and pick up our cedar that we're going to plant that grass with. I had debated on if I wanted to plant canola today, since this is the first day we can plant canola, or grass. And I thought, you know what? I think the biggest money maker is if we just plant grass this time, and then we'll be able to go ahead, harvest that before winter, and get some silage off it. Once spring rolls around, we can go ahead and disc it back up and then plant some crop. But with this piece of land right next door that we're going to buy, that is our biggest goal. Because then we have some operation already going with the sheep or goats, whichever one. I'm not sure which one we want to do yet. Right now, we need to get out and we need to build a multi-fruit buying station somewhere here where it won't interfere with us. We do own it, so we can just put it right there. It'll work. Another $2,500 spent. So we're going through a little bit of money, but that's okay. Got to spend a little bit to get a little. I really didn't want to get a loan, but knowing that's going to be the quickest way to be able to grow, I thought a loan will be fine. I can just get some fertilizer. There it is. There's another over 6,000 spent. Just over to grass. Get to seeding. This is one of the planters from the new Porsche DLC. This will be our first time using it. Hopefully it works fine. And we're off. I'll get around, get this thing all seeded up, and then we'll go to the bank and borrow some money. It's hard to believe that, it's been almost 5 months here. We're finally going to be able to move out of that tent today. As long as the bank gives us the loan, that is. And I'm sure they will. And we're good for it. I mean, we've started a little bit of a farm here in Wastelands. Got a couple productions going and not making much money off them, but I think we'll just leave this little patch of land here in the middle of the field to remind us of our little humble beginnings we had here. Well, this is going to finish up this field, so let's get to the bank and borrow that money. Here we go. We're going to take out our loan. It's like $200,000. It's like our most we can even borrow is 202. So the bank doesn't trust us that much. Let's just figure it at 20 years. Of course, hopefully we'll pay that off a lot earlier. So that's $77,000 in interest. Now we have the loan. Now we can buy that piece of land. There we go. Now it's ours. Got 39,000 left, and that's it. So let's get over and check it out. Here we go, our new place. Got our own silo system, like a hayloft, storage, and look, a house. Finally, we have brick and mortar around us. No more canvas. I think one thing we need to do is, now that we have all these trees, I think we're going to clean out the trees in between our new sheep pen and our other field. So we do have all this lumber here that we can cut down, make some money to try to get us back in the green a little better. Well, we got some logs here trimmed up, so we leased another auto load wagon. Hopefully we can get some logs all picked up. Of course, everything is just random length. I don't have one of those processing machines this time. Let me get all these loaded up and see how much we can get out of them. Looks like this load is full. Pretty close to full, at least. If not, said all the other logs were the wrong size. So let's get these to the sell point and see what we can get out of it. Hopefully this will be enough money to be able to lease equipment. 24,000. Well, that should be enough to lease a processor, so we can process all the... Oops, forgot my speed was set high. So then we can get all the other equipment we need, get all these trees out of there. Now we can harvest in style. Now we can get all this cleared out in between. Every tree will be the same length. Well, we got this whole piece here cleaned off. We still got some trees along the road we could also do. Branches go in the cab every time I go through there, so that'd be something we could definitely clean up. Every one of these trees, except for the ones I missed from the previous cutting, are all 6 meters, so it should fit really good on this trailer. Should probably be, what, 2 rows? Yeah, should be 2 even rows with it. So we'll pick these up and go sell them off. This is all I can fit on the first load. That was most of the logs. So let's go see what they're worth. Well, whoops. We didn't quite make it. Little top end heavy. Now I gotta try to figure out how to get this thing flipped back over. Maybe I can just wiggle myself out of it. Come on. Oh, come on. Nope, gotta find a different way. Thankfully, somebody had one of these laying around for us to use. Now, unfortunately, it came at a cost. It wasn't free, so this is not going to be a big money-making day here on the farm. Let's see if I can get this thing up high enough where I can get... see if it'll stay right there, hop out, and maybe we can get the other piece under it and hook it up and pull it the rest of the way over. It's kind of a small front end loader. I didn't really want to put a front end loader on this. Might have been the easiest thing to do, because this tractor would definitely have more power and more weight. Well, it's finally hooked up. Let's see if we can do this without losing it. Ooh, there it is. Finally back on its wheels. Now let's sell it off. All right, another $40,000. Let's pick up the rest that we have. Well, we cleared all the trees out along the roadway here. Now we can get them picked up, sold off, and you can see our sheep pen from the road finally. It's not so crowded. We still have trees on the other side that go through our cab. But we don't own that land, so we can only do the one side. Let me get all these logs picked up, sold off, and then we'll be about done for the day. Alright, next load, 32,000. Oh, I think our money's going down a little bit. 32,000. I thought the last one was 40,000. I'll have to look back through and see. Let's go get the last one. Our last load of logs wasn't quite a full load, but it's pretty close. Maybe another 26,000. Let's see. Alright, our last little logs for the day. Oh, 32,000, more than I was expecting. Alright, well, that should do it for this episode. Stay tuned till the next one, where we will clean up our sheep pen so we can add sheep and goats to the mix. Well, since our goal is to make $1 million, I just leased a little mower to go with the tractor instead of the self-propelled mower. I think this will save us a lot of money in the long run. Of course, we just leased it. We didn't go ahead and buy it. Don't really have the money to spend to buy something, but this thing can windrow it to the middle, so we don't have to buy an extra rake. So let's get her mowed. There we go. There are some trees in here. I think we'll have to get the processor. We still have it. We didn't return it yet. But I know we have so many logs to still get. So we're going to probably get those trees out of here also to make this pin a little bit more clean. So let me get this all mowed up, and then we'll go get our pickup wagon. And maybe even the tree processor to do the logs, since they're probably going to be in our way. Yeah, we didn't get very far, and then needed to get some logs gone. So here we are, getting rid of those logs. A little early. At least this way, we can mow without having to mow around them. So we'll keep our regular 6-meter length, cut these all up, and get the pickup wagon, get these things loaded up and sold. See, there's not a whole lot, but I think there's probably enough in here to be able to get a load off of it. So let's find out. I'm going to leave this one tree here since this is actually just a pin, and I'm not going to be mowing it ever again because it's never going to become a field. But we still have got quite a few trees off of it. This will be our last one here. Get it chopped up. It falls away from the little building. Perfect. There we go. And we'll have sheep and goats in here in no time. Let me go grab the wagon and get it loaded up. There we go. Some more of these logs. Just actually wanted to give you a quick update about our channel. We're working on our September goals for when this is recorded. But our September goal is actually to try to reach 500 subscribers on the channel. So we have a contest going. If we can reach that goal, we're going to have a giveaway, probably on some live stream at the end of the month. But we really truly appreciate all the support out there for all the subscribers that we do have. You are truly a blessing, and we're very thankful to have you, especially your consistent watching of our different videos on the different series that we're doing with Grandpa's Farm and some of the other Let's Play series. We truly appreciate it, and we're thankful to have you. Let's finish loading these up. Oop. Doesn't like when I start moving and when it's loading still. There we go. I think just a couple more trees. There it is. Now also wants you to be totally stopped too. It's so nice though to have an auto load trailer. Sure beats trying to get a front loader out here and picking them up, and hopefully you line them up in the trailer good enough. Then with the tree processor, it puts them in pretty good rows, or piles, not really rows. Oh, we didn't get a full load like I was hoping, but I'll go sell these off and we'll get back to mowing. There we go, 22,000 just cleaning out the pen. I'm happy with that. Now we can go mow. Now, if this game would work like it should, I wouldn't be mowing this grass because the sheep would be eating it. That's not how it works. I'm still going to have to feed them grass no matter what I do. So I really need to probably put some of this in our bin so we can keep the sheep fed. We don't have to buy any, because that's no my luck. That's what I'll do. I'll put it all in the fermenter, sell it all as silage, and then have nothing left for the sheep. So I'll try to remember the first load, or at least a partial load, will go to the bin. Well, this bin is all wrapped up. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to give us much? Very much silage? Not sure. Hope so. Let me go get the pickup wagon and we'll find out. Alright, here we go. Rolling in the grass. Let's see here. Yeah, we got over 7,000 liters. Oops, if I stay in line. 7,000 liters already, so I think it'll do pretty good. We get her all finished up and put her in the bin. Well, some in the bin and some in the fermenter over there, so we can make some real money. This is it of this. Let's see, about 140,000 liters, not quite. we're actually going to take the first little batch. Oops, shut the machine off instead of shutting off just the pickup wagon. We're going to take our first little bit and dump it in the sheep pen. If it'll let me do it. Maybe it won't let me do it so they don't have any sheep yet. Nope, not going to let me. So, instead of doing that, we will go take it to the bin first. Looks like we also need to get some water, so we need to get a water tank. Well, since we could not put the loose grass in the hay barn, we just went ahead and bought this thing. Put some in here instead. Let's see, that should be good enough. Doesn't take much space of it, but that'll work. Now I'll take the rest of this to the fermenter. There we go. I think I will keep just a little bit in the wagon so I can feed the sheep right away. So I don't have to grab it back out of the little building we put in. There, should be enough. 7,000 liters. Get the tree out of my way. Get the fermenter turned back on and start making silage again. Alright, now that we have everything taken care of, we can come in here and actually pick up some sheep. And I think we're going to do goats both. Let's get one male. There we go. And let's see, we can hold 150 in here. So maybe try 60. 60 sheep, female sheep. Alright, buy them. And then I want to get some goats so we can make goat milk. So we'll get one of these, one male goat, and we'll get a bunch of female goats. There. Alright. So we spent, now we still have plenty of money left. Let's see where they're at. There they all are. Perfect. Now that the grass we saved in the cart, let's dump it off. Oh, then I keep forgetting. Gotta get that water. Gotta get some water. They're already running up to eat. Alright, let's get the grass loaded in here. Okay, it took all of it. That's good. Now let's go pick up a water tank. I just went with this TARDIS water tank here. We ended up buying it instead of leasing it, because we'll keep it the whole time. But we can also use it to carry our milk from the goats. So we're going to multi-use this thing. Let's see if I can get back up to this lake so I can get some free water. Hopefully it'll take it. I don't want to spend money on water. Well, I should be able to go to the lake and get it free. There it's going. Filling it right up. Get back to the sheep and get some water in them. Well, it took me a little bit to find a hit point here for the water, but there it went. 10,000 liters. It took half the tank. Hopefully they'll drink it up. I'm sure they'll drink it up long before they'll need it for haul milk away. Alright, grab some of our silage that we made. There's not a whole lot of profit in the silage, but the best price is actually our sell point that's right here, our sell all station. So we'll just run it up there and sell it. Get us some little money. Alright, here we go. See how much we can get out of it. Alright, another 24,000. That's not too bad. Now that we've got a little bit more money in the bank, we need to try to get some fertilizer on this field. So I think I'm going to run to the shop and buy a fertilizer cart. Here we go. I went with this Kubota. It's got a 42-meter width, I believe. So it doesn't take too long. It was cheap. Also another item we just went ahead and bought since we're going to be using it the rest of the series. So let me get it filled up real quick. There are so many good fertilizer mods out there. There's actually, I remember one in FS19, that you could use it for both fertilizer and seed. So you have the extremely wide width to plant your fields also. I loved how that worked. I haven't found it yet on FS22, so I'll have to look and see if anybody brought it back to this series. But here, let me get this all fertilized up and be right back with you. Well, here we are. We got it all fertilized. As you can tell, there's only patches of it that needed fertilized on part of the field. Some of it was already fertilized twice. So, but now it's all completely fertilized, be ready to grow. Now we'll be able to come back in a month or two and harvest it. Here we are in the month of October. It turns out we are out of feed for the goats and sheep already. So let me run, grab the tractor, bring them some feed. Oh, looks like this one's dead. I'm sure he's just sleeping. Yeah, the grass is growing in here again. I'm thinking we might actually plow this up and turn it into a field. I know earlier I said we weren't going to make this a field, but I think I might be changing my mind. Might end up doing it after all. But let me run over and grab the tractor and get him some grass. I am a little worried that we're not going to have enough feed for him to get him through. We only have 40,000 liters. So, but hopefully this will be enough for a few days at least. We'll see what it can do, how long it'll last them. There it is. They're fed. It took about a half of what we had. We get this parked, and then we'll grab the plow, and I think we're going to start plowing this up. Oh, that's not going to fit. I never thought of the gates. There's no way to delete them. So let me see if I can just push this plow in through sideways. When things fail, you have to improvise. So that's what we're going to try. See if we can just drag this thing sideways instead of getting out and trying to use super strength, and I had trouble using that earlier. So let's just push it. Hey, I think we're going to get through the first gate just fine. Oh, now it's starting to drift to the right. Come on, let's go straight. Come on, you got this. Alright, we're up the hill. Only thing is, now we got to try to get to the next gate without hitting our tree processor. Let me see here. Well, we got past the tree processor just fine, and hey, now we're through the gate. Perfect. That wasn't too bad. Let me spin around and get this thing hooked up. Alright, see if I can do it without running over everything. Alright. Whoa. Looks like there's going to be a sheep in the way. Alright, yeah. Oh yeah, just walk right through the tractor. Like I'm not even here. Come on. Alright, let's get this thing. Oh, need to switch to allow feet to create fields. There we go. Alright, let's get this thing plowed up. Looks like I'm going to have rocks. I'm not going to worry about picking up the rocks, but now the sheep's going to be in my way. Come on, beep beep. Move it. Oh well. Let's just go through him. There he is. He'll be fine. I'm sure it didn't hurt that bad. Alright, now we got this thing all plowed. Now we can grab something to seed it with, and I can try to push it through this gate again. Well, at least does this little horse planter here. And there's not too many crops we can plant this time of year, here in the fall. So I think we're going to do wheat. Seed this thing up in wheat. We'll be able to come back and harvest it. Hopefully the sheep and goats don't eat too much of it. But hey, here we go. Just wrapping it up. In this episode, I'm hoping to actually make a profit. So we're just going to use the mower we had previously. I mean, last time we mowed this field, we leased that great big self-propelled mower. We're going to save some money this time. Use our own tractor, our own mower. Do it that way, and then, of course, our pickup wagon. We're going to grab it and be able to take it to our fermenter. So let me get this all mowed up, and then we'll go grab it and start picking it up. Well, I know I said previously that we were going to keep the tent to remind us of our humble beginnings, but I ended up getting rid of it. Got, I think, $9,000 out of the tent, and then I deleted the tree that was in the way. So now we have one big open field that we won't have to work around something in the middle every time. Well, since we got a little bit of money back from the tent, I ended up leasing a JCB, so we can do this while we have a hired hand working with the mower. So this way we can get more done. We got a lot to try to get done in this episode with getting the trees cut so we can put in the greenhouses. So I thought this will speed things up a little bit. So here I'll use the JCB to do all the picking of the grass. This is definitely going to give us a lot more grass now that this has been fertilized and actually a regular hay field instead of just being, prairie grass that has never been taken care of yet. Because we haven't even got it around 2 times, and we have getting close to 200,000 liters. Then we'll just dump this one right here in the fermenter, and then I'll probably take a load to put in our bin for the sheep for when they need it. I don't want to be out and not have any. So, yep, one's full, so let's go get it dropped off. There we go. First 200,000 in. Let's get it turned on real quick. And grass silage. There it goes. We'll go back and get some more loads of it. Now I think before I forget, I'm actually going to take this over and take to our bin so we have it for the sheep for when they need some more. I don't want to mess up and to completely forget and ferment it all and then starve the sheep to death. But yeah, they're the field that we planted last time, it's come up pretty good. They're out grazing in it right now. So at least this way we can use it for them and for a regular crop field. Get double use out of it. Now they will have 200,000 liters almost to keep them fed for a while. We'll get back, get the rest of it picked up, put in the fermenter, and then we can come back and cut some trees. Well, we just about got 430,000 liters to turn into silage here. Of course, the fermenter does take a little bit of a cut out of it. We don't get 100%, but we'll get most of it. Plus, we have almost a full load that we were able to take over to our bin for the sheep. So I think I should have a load here that I can get loaded up, and we'll see the best sell point, and then we'll sell this off. Alright, got our first load here. I'm just going to sell it at our sell all station. It had the better price, so we don't have to go far with that. It's still finishing up the other load we took in. So I think we'll use this tractor and go ahead and fertilize this grass field real quick. And we also have the oat or the wheat field to fertilize. So we'll fertilize both of those, and I'm going to try to keep this tractor under 1 hour so I don't have to pay for an extra hour of lease. So like I said, we want to try to make money in this episode. We're going to make quite a little bit here, and then of course the logs we're going to sell to make room for the greenhouses. That'll pay pretty good too. So another $66,000. That's not too bad. It's a good start for this episode. Let me go park this trailer underneath here and grab the fertilizer and get this thing fertilized up. I think when spring comes around, we're going to mow this one more time, get the harvest off of it for more silage, and then we're going to till this up again and plant some row crop in it. I think it'll pay a little bit better than this silage is paying. Well, that was into this. Now we'll run over there to the sheep. I'm pretty sure this is still filling up here. Let's check it before I leave. You know, it might be done. I think we can go ahead and grab it and sell it first. Nope, it's still fermenting. So we'll go fertilize first. Fertilizing's done. One load here is done. We're going to sell it. There's just a little bit left. We had that little extra after our second load. There we are with another 66,000. Let's go get the last of it. Yeah, only another 8,400 liters. So it's not going to bring us very much, but every little bit helps. This episode, we're definitely going to be over 200,000 once we get some trees done. There we go, another 2,700, almost 2,800. So I'll go get the tree processor and start cutting down some trees. This is the area I want to clear out. All the ground between the sheep pen and the house. This is a pretty level area, so we don't have to do a whole lot of landscape work. Should be able to just do a little bit of leveling and then place down the greenhouses. Well, this should give us enough ground to put our greenhouse. Plus saves us a bunch of trees back there so we can keep getting more. We also have a bunch of trees to this side also. It's not too rough of the ground. Shouldn't take too much to level it. Sounds like I left this tractor running the whole time. Not good with the lease. We're actually paying for that, but oh well. Let's get these picked up. Well, we filled up. Couldn't quite get all of it, but we got most of it. And it turns out the best sale price is actually our sell all station. So we don't have very far to go, as long as I can keep it on all of its wheels and not tip it over on these uneven spots. Alright, here we go. Got a little lag right here. There we go. Alright. See, 37,000. Thought it could be maybe a little more than that. I was hoping for at least 40, but it's not too bad. We'll go get the last of the logs, and then we can get our greenhouses placed down. This is the end of the logs. Let's see what that brings us. Another 4,000. All right. I got the ground leveled, so now we can go back and we can actually place our coffee greenhouses down. Here they are, coffee greenhouse. I would like to have about 4 of them. So I can line them up good. I still want to make sure there's room to get back to the trees back there for when we cut the rest of them. Here. Looks like they need some, maybe water? Looks like water and liquid fertilizer. So let's get some water in here, and then we'll go use the same trailer to get the fertilizer. Got about 20 more minutes in the JCB before it runs over to the next hour. So we're going to use it, try to use up as much of it we can before we turn it back in on the lease, so we don't have to pay for another hour. We're going to just drive down to that lake, get some free water. So I don't want to pay for it, but we should be able to definitely stay above 150,000 for this episode. Well, we got 20,000 liters of water in each one. Now we're going to go grab some liquid fertilizer. Not sure, it takes 200 liters per 20 of the water versus liquid fertilizer. So I'm thinking 1 tank is probably more than I need, so I'm only going to get a half a tank full. Plus I'm sure it costs quite a little bit. So let's see. Here we go with liquid fertilizer. Oop, I hit the wrong button and got a whole load worth. 18,000. That was more than I wanted. Hopefully I can use it all, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it if not. Maybe try to sell it. Let's get back and fill it up. That's what happens when you're not paying enough attention and hit the wrong key. Yeah, it did not take it all. So that's not good. Yeah. Oh well. Now we got extra liquid fertilizer. We can try to find a place to sell it. First off, we need to get a truck that can haul all these coffee beans and a coffee shop to be able to sell it. So let's get to the shop, get some purchases made. Here we got our little truck. Should be able to haul 16 pallets at a time. Let's get it loaded up. Got more than enough here. There, perfect. Send the first load to our coffee stand. We got one of those built in. Now we'll run up there and deliver it. Hopefully our greenhouses have used enough of the liquid fertilizer that I can get it used up so I can use it for water again for the sheep. This here is our coffee stand. Already got some customers at it, so let's pull in here and deliver. Let's see if I can line up this right. It looks like we have to have them roasted first before we can sell them to our own coffee shop. So we're going to sell these in the sell all, then we should have enough money to buy the roaster. There we go. Now, the green coffee beans actually do sell for more than the roasted, but since it doesn't seem very realistic, I'm going to roast them first before we put them in our coffee production up there. But here, now we have enough money with that 92,000 to be able to buy the roaster. Here we are. Now we just need to go get some more beans and bring it up here. I believe, let me check real quick, but I'm pretty sure this production also needs diesel. Yes, we're going to have to get some diesel, of course. You know, we need a tank for that, so hopefully we can use our water tank for that also. But let's find out. Here, now we can get rid of that liquid fertilizer. Get rid of some of it. Get some more of this loaded out. Alright, gonna have to full load again. Perfect. Now I'll finish delivering this liquid fertilizer. Well, we got rid of all of our liquid fertilizer. We had enough room for them to take it in the greenhouses. Now we can use it to hopefully get just a little bit of diesel, just enough to at least get our production started. There, got a little bit of diesel. I was able to stop it this time. Last time I tried it, I filled the thing there full. $3,200 in diesel. Let's see if we can get all this unloaded into our production. There, it's taking the beans. Let's see if we can get the diesel off. There it goes. Perfect. Let's get it turned on. There, now we got it turned on. It looks like it's going to take a lot more beans, so I'll run back and get some more beans to get it filled up. Here we're taking the rest of our water to the greenhouses. Now they are finished off. I checked, the sheep are actually out of grass to eat, so I need to run, grab our pickup wagon. Alright, we got some grass loaded up. Now let's head up, and over here on our right is actually where our old barn was. We removed it, and we're going to put our sawmill right up in that area. That's our goal, and we'll be able to clean some of the trees up behind the greenhouse, and then here on our left also. I want to clean that up and maybe build something there in the future. But let me get this unloaded here in the sheep pen, and then we'll head back and we will grab some more of the coffee beans. Here we are with another load, another 92,453. I'll head back and I'll keep bringing it and sell it all off. Well, this is the rest of the coffee beans that we have available. We'll load them up. This is, I believe, load number 10 that we've sold, plus the few loads that we took to our production. Here we go. We'll get these off and see how much our grand total is on sales so far. Here we are, the last of our green coffee beans. Let's see, alright, another 63,000. Should be able to see in the top right at this moment how much we have sold so far in coffee beans, not counting what we took to the roaster here. But now we should have enough money to buy that sawmill. Alright, 56,000 for the sawmill. It's all set up nice. Hopefully I put it on the right side. Looks like I need to deliver the logs to this side, but that should be doable. But let me get the processor running and get some logs put in. Just got some stumps here to get rid of, and then we'll be able to grab the tractor and wagon and be able to pick all these logs up. We cleaned out some trees over here, for I believe we're going to put a chicken coop someday down the road. With our new chicken coop, we're going to have to wait till the spring. We don't have any feed for the chickens right now. So when our wheat is ready, then we can go ahead and grow to this side of the driveway. Let me get the rest of these logs loaded up, and then we're going to put a driveway into our sawmill in the back behind the greenhouses. We cleaned a path. If I can get around my logs without running over them. Let's see, I'll just push them out of the way, drive over them. Why not? Here we go. Now load them. Perfect. Alright, let me get the rest picked up. Well, hopefully this is the place to take it. Oh, didn't take all of it. I hope that doesn't mean it's full already. Let's see. Productions, sawmill, let's see. Bottom. Oh no, it's not full. Let's just need unstrapped. There. Now drop them all down. Now we can try to sell the rest off. Or not sell it, but use the rest. Well, here we go again. Come on. Let's drop the rest of the way. Gotta keep getting in the tractor to make it fall down. There. Now it's all in the sawmill. Alright, what should we make? I think we're going to make wood beams. Try to stick with just one item and make it a little easier to try to unload out of here. Let me go pick up the rest of the logs. Alright, that was our last of the logs. So now we have a little driveway to get us all the way around from the sawmill up to the greenhouses. Let me see if I can find a better way to try to get in this sawmill, because the way I was doing it did not work good. Kind of need a smaller trailer for this. Alright, hopefully that's in. Yeah, it should be in. Only filled the first rack anyhow. There, didn't take it all. Drop it. Get out. Okay, run around the tractor again. And put the rest in. Now it's all in. Well, we got our first pallet of dried beans, roasted beans. There we go. Let's run them over and sell them. Now the car that's been in the drive-thru all this time can finally leave. So I'll have some coffee beans. Alright, first one sold off. $3,000 is all the pallet of the roasted beans are. Let me run back and get the rest of our green coffee beans that we've produced. As we wait for some more coffee beans to load in, we're going to go through and we're going to end up paying off, now that we have some money, pay off some of our equipment. We've been really neglecting that. I mean, we owe, I'm not even sure if we have enough to buy this one. Barely, okay. It's like we made all this money on coffee beans, but we have all these leases outstanding. So I thought, well, better pay some off. So I'm going to speed up time to be able to fill this truck the rest of the way up. Alright, now we got enough to fill it the rest of the way. Somehow it messed up on loading and wants to fill the third level now. It's all messed up. Hey, it's full, so that's all that matters. Not filled quite right, but it's full. So I'll go sell our last load of the day and be right back with you. Here we go. Last of the green coffee beans, and I see there's 2 more roasted pallets of coffee beans to sell. So we'll go sell those, and then we'll see if we hit the $1 million in coffee bean sales in this episode. Alright, here's our 2 pallets of roasted coffee beans. Get those both sold off. Taking them both, let's see. 2 pallets are worth another $6,087. Well, as you can tell on the screen, you'll see if we made the mark. Welcome in, everyone, to a new episode here on Wastelands. Today's episode, we're going to come up here and load up our green coffee beans that we need to take to sell because we want to buy a new piece of land. There's a field across the road that I would like to purchase, and in that field, I want to add a new sawmill, one that we can produce pallets on. We got all these trees on our land here that we need to use, so the best thing to do is to add another sawmill. Our current sawmill, it does have some. Okay, as you can tell, those are some of the products that it's already produced. Well, I've advanced it a few months, and that's all I've got so far. So I need to try and get another sawmill production going. And this land across the street here from us, that is what we're going to buy. So we're going to actually be able to place the sawmill down for the pallets, and then till up what we don't have the sawmill on to be able to put another field in. So let me get these to the store and sold off. Since the last episode, I did go ahead and buy a front loader so we can load up our different productions from the sawmill that we have now. I know they have auto loaders, but this truck does not auto load that, so that won't work. And I don't really want to buy another auto load trailer just for that, and I can use this truck for everything. So that's my goal. I do have some dried beans here. I think I'm going to stop and pick up on our way back. We have quite a bit of that produced. Sell that right to our coffee station. There we go. Get all these loaded up and let the rest spawn in. There we go. Now we're full. Let's get these sold and see what we can get. Then we'll actually have enough money to buy that piece of land across the road. So we'll get started with that because I want to get it plowed up so I can get the rocks off of it, so I can get enough lime to hopefully be able to lime that field with the lime we got off of this hay field in front of us, and also the lime from, or the rocks from the new field. So let me get that purchased. Alright, this is the new field we're purchasing. Now we own 5, 4, and 3. So grab the plow. Actually, we probably should put our sawmill in first so we know where we're going to be needing to plow. So let me get some more of those green coffee beans loaded up so we can make enough money to buy the sawmill. With this load of coffee beans, we'll definitely have enough. Another 98,000. I see that the bean dryer here, the roaster, has been able to produce enough to probably fill us back up again. So we'll grab those on our way back. Well, we didn't quite get a full load, but there's a great demand here at the coffee shop right now, but unfortunately it is for cake. Cake will do us no good. We don't have any. I know my son, when he plays, he likes to buy the cake and then sell it for a profit. We're going to make this as realistic as possible. That's why we don't sell all of the green coffee beans for a high price. But now we have enough money, another 34,000, that we will be able to go ahead and buy that pallet production. Well, there is our new sawmill to produce our pallets. Hopefully we'll get some logs into it in a little while. Start being able to do that. But this is our new field that we're going to plow up. Try to go around it here, and there's a few trees in it that we'll be able to cut down, but not too many. It's a pretty open field, so we'll be able to get a lot of good use out of it. We needed another field, and I think we're going to do wheat in it. I'm pretty sure the boundary to it's right about here. That's a hard thing. You can never tell where the lines are of your property. I'm pretty sure when I looked at it, the diagonal's up here to, I believe there's a road back here. So if I can find the road without messing it up and going too far to the north, that would be wonderful. Here, let me get this field all plowed up, then we'll get the rock picker that we rented in a previous episode and come out here and get all the rocks picked up and sent to the production point. Well, I got 4 trees out here I want to cut, so I'm going to actually just cut them up and take them straight over to the processor instead of loading them on a trailer. I'll just come back and get rid of the stumps. Let me get these over to the sawmill, get them cut to length, and get that thing turned on. Alright, now we got some logs here. I want to get it turned on, make sure we don't sell it to this place first. And we are going to, I mean, it'll do more than just pallets. It'll do resin, barrels, boards, wood chips. But we're going to make pallets out of it. So we'll turn that one on. Now head over, drop them in. There. Now they already got 3,200 liters of wood and rolling. So let me get the rest of those 3 trees done and then finish plowing. Alright, now that we got all those trees removed, taken to the sawmill, we can finish plowing this up, and then I'll go grab that rock picker. The reason I was going with a wheat field is we want to get some chickens on the farm. We're going to put in a free-range chicken coop, and this will be the wheat field that we're going to use to get feed for them. Of course, we don't need this many acres, but why not go big? So that's what we're doing. We're going to have chickens, raise chickens, sheep, goats. I don't know if there'll be any other animals we'll get in the future, but we should be able to get to that $1 million in an episode or 2, especially with the coffee production that we're doing. I'll pick these rocks up, and of course we can't plant today, so we won't do that, but we will get in and sell off some of the lumber that we got in the sawmill. So let me get some rocks picked. Well, I did get a worker to start doing the rock picking. So this is a good time of any to come over here and start cleaning out our sawmill. Hopefully I got a big enough loader to do this. I'm just going to use our flatbed truck here to do it. So I'll try to get hopefully 2 of these on the front, maybe just 2 of these total. This truck's really not that big, and apparently this front loader isn't that big either. There, maybe I get a little closer, get some better traction. Put on top. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get more than just these on. So I'll put 2 of these on, and then we'll sell it and come back for the rest. There we are. That's going to be a full load. A couple straps on these and get them sold. Looks like the price is $88.89 at the sell all station for these, so they make good price. Over $17,000 for these 2. Not too bad. Hopefully my math is right. And looks like this guy's got some problems anyhow. Finished work? Not even close to finished, dude. Well, let me go help him for a minute. Hopefully now he can keep it working right, stay on the field and not in the road. Here, let me finish this off and get these sold. Yeah, $17,779. Now we can go back and get some more lumber. This looks like about the same place I saw him last time he parked. I'm not sure what his issue is. We might do it ourselves. Well, I ended up telling the hired hand to go slower, so hopefully he doesn't mess up anymore. Here we've got our wood planks, or not our wood planks, but the wood beams all loaded up. Get them strapped in. Go ahead and get a strap on that one. Good. That'll work. Now we'll get back and get these sold also. Looks like the wood beams are $5,300 per bundle. So that's not quite as high, but of course we got 6 bundles compared to the 2, and I'm not sure what he's doing out there because that doesn't look right. I think that field's just going to have to be done all by myself. Slow speed don't work, fast speed don't work. That guy is very lost, just costing me money for nothing. Let me sell these and I'm going to come and fire that dude. There we go. I think I am going to have to get an auto load trailer. So I don't have to try to load all this lumber up because that forklift we got is really not big enough. Need a bigger front loader than that little one. It was $31,000, so that's pretty good. And I'll come down here and take over this fool that looks like he's still doing backward circles in the field. They don't make them like they used to. Let me go take over. There we go. All these rocks are picked up. 15,000 liters. I'm sure that's probably not going to produce enough lime for this field, but you know, at least it'll be a start. We won't have to buy all of it. We'll run this over to our production and then grab our fertilizer cart and start bringing lime over here. Looks like we have, what's that, 6 pallets already? Well, 6 bundles of pallets already ready to be loaded up. So let me get up here and get this dropped off. There we go, drop these off. Let's get the production turned back on. I think it was just the second one we got. There we have 67 liters in it now of finished lime. And this is, it's going to cut what we're bringing it in half, though. We only get 500 per 1,000. We got that rock powder. I'm not sure what to do with it. I guess I'll load it up and sell it at the sell-all station. But let me get the fertilizer cart up here and start loading lime out. I think I'm going to stop and get me a coffee.
1 hour later, 2 hours later.
Come on! It's been 2 hours. This guy still hasn't got out of the way and got his coffee. I think I'm just going to give up and forget coffee today. And now go get the fertilizer cart. Alright, let's see how much we have ready. Hey, we got a full load. Yay! Alright, let me go get this spread. You know, I was worried about having enough, but this is a really wide width for lime also, and you know, we've only used 20% so far, and we're still producing more, so maybe we'll be okay. Maybe I won't have to buy any lime. Let's find out. Well, I think we're going to do really good here. I don't have much left. We're pretty much out of lime, but we'll go back and get some more. All right, I'll head back up to our production and see if we got enough to finish this off. Well, I was able to get another 2,800 liters out of it. I'm pretty sure that's probably all it has in it. Let's check. Let's see, lime. Oh no, it's still making it. So there's going to be a little bit more lime, which I don't think we'll need anymore. So I'll get back and finish liming that field, then we'll sleep till morning so it's daylight again, and I think maybe we can plant it tomorrow. Well, here we are in the month of March, and I have let my sheep out of feed again, and apparently the wagon's not up here, so let's go back down to where the wagon is. So, you know, I was telling you I was going to plant wheat in that new field. I was wrong. The sheep pen has the wheat already planted in it. We're going to plant oats today. So once I get these guys fed, we will go get a great big seeder, hopefully, and get some oats seeded today. Let me get these fed. Now that I've almost killed my sheep and goats by not keeping them fed, I'm going to get this new seed cart that we got. Get the seed hawk. I'm going to come up here and fill it up. Looks like we got a full thing of dried coffee bean. Oops, he must have caught the fence just very so slightly. You know, normally when you catch a fence, the fence would, you know, get torn up, not the machine. But oh well. Nobody saw that, I'm sure. Alright, let's put seeds in both. And then, oops, I think I maybe messed that up. That one should have been fertilizer. That one should have been fertilizer. Yeah, it won't let me fill the last one. No, I guess we'll just fertilize with our fertilizer cart. I'll get this thing back and get the toolbar hooked up to it. Well, we got a hired hand out there getting the field started. Hopefully they know what they're doing. We're going to try to load some of these pallets up. Okay, maybe it doesn't know how to fill it all the way. Oh, there it goes, some more. Yeah, that looks realistic. Almost on the ground level, right? There, now I think we're good to go. Now we'll go find a good place to get these sold. Well, there are two different kinds of pallets on this map, and it turns out the pallets that I have made are the ones that aren't worth much. These are worth like $500. Let me see. Yeah, $589. And these are $17.18. But unfortunately, that's not what our production is. So we get these. There. Let's see, $4,700. That's not too bad. Something. At least getting rid of some of our trees this way. Let me go back and get the rest of those pallets loaded up, and maybe we'll start producing something other than pallets, since they're really not worth that much. Another $47.21 in those empty pallets. So now that I think I only have one stack left, so we'll leave it for next time. We'll get rid of more of these dry beans. These roasted beans here. Get them all loaded out, sold off. Hopefully they'll bring us some money. Should be more spawn in. There, more spawned in. So I'll sell these real quick. I think this coffee production deal is probably the biggest money maker I've ever had on Farming Simulator. It's definitely bringing us a lot of money. I know we are playing on Frontier with crude oil, and it brings us quite a little bit also. But when it comes to really good money, these coffee beans there are worth a lot. If I had a truck that would hold a little bit more than 8 pallets, that would make it even faster. We're up to almost 180,000 with this, and what's left, I'm sure we'll be over 200. I guess we were over 200,000 with just that first load, not counting what's left, which we didn't get a full load here, so we might save those for next time when we have a full 8. But let me get back and see how the planting's coming. Everyone, to another episode here on Wastelands. Right now we're just coming up here to get some of our liquid fertilizer for our productions. Let's see, liquid fertilizer, we don't want a lot, let's just try to get a little bit. But our coffee beans are needing some for the greenhouses, so that's what we're doing. We're going to grab some of that. We need to cut down some trees and be able to take that to our sawmill that produces the pallets, because it is out. And I just fed the sheep and goats, and of course crop destruction was turned on, so I accidentally drove through some of the field. Nothing too bad. And we have our new field we planted last time here. It's up now, so that's good. But we got a lot of little things to get done in this episode, including buying some chickens. So let's get it started. As you may recall in the previous episode, we make a lot of money in these greenhouses. So that is what we want to try to keep going. Unfortunately, it don't look like I bought enough liquid fertilizer because I'm already out. So let me go get a little bit more, then we'll come back. We need to also sell off the wool that our sheep have produced, because they have quite a bit. I think their little area is about full. Looks like we got some wood chips, some more wall panels, and a bunch of boards to get rid of. So we're going to be doing some selling real quick. Now that we got our greenhouses all filled up with liquid fertilizer, I think the first thing we need to do is get some trees cut down so we can start that sawmill back up. Because right now it's just sitting idle. Driving by the roasted coffee bean factory, I noticed it was full. So we also need to get up there and get the roasted coffee beans sold to our coffee shop. But right now we're going to start down here, and we're going to cut these trees along the road that just, every time I drive through, the branches go in the windshield. So let me get those cut up. Oh, there we have it. Got these trees all removed. I just got tired of them being out on the road every time I'd go through. They just come through the windshield. Now they're gone. So let me load these up and we'll take them right over there to the sawmill. Well, it didn't get it clear full, but I think it should be enough to keep the sawmill going for a couple days. Now if I can just get this in here just right. I did see, as we were away, that the sheep have filled up their wool. So I need to get over there and get that taken away. And if I only could get this thing to drop all the way. There. Now it should be able to finish it. Boom. There we go. Now we get the pallets turned back on. It's only 19,000 liters in there so far, though. But see, 4 liters of tree to 10 liters of pallets. That's not too bad. Let me get over and get the sheep taken care of. See, that is where I messed up and drove in there. Not bad. 6,000 liters of wool. That's not too bad. Now I just need to figure out where to take them to. As usual, our best-selling place is our sell-all station, which is good because then we can go back and sell our roasted coffee beans. So we can get extra things done on the same path. Ooh, 19,000. All right. Maybe we'll be able to hit 1 million in this episode. With all the coffee beans, and we'll have all this over here. This grass will turn into silage. We'll have the chickens that we'll be able to start working with, and all kinds of things coming up. Now let's just get this all loaded here. I think I can hold maybe 16, I believe. There we go. Hopefully more will spawn in. There. Got a full load. 16 pallets. Not sure if there'll be enough to get another load or not. Looks like it's clear full again. Let's see what we can get out of the dried ones. 50,000, so 50,000 a load. If we can get another one of those, we'll be doing really good. That doesn't even count all of our beans that we haven't dried yet. Well, it turns out that's all I can get out of that. It's out of diesel, so I need to try to get my tank used up and be able to come and fill that with some diesel. Right now, I still had some liquid fertilizer in it because I put too much in it the second time. So we won't quite get 50,000 out of this because it wasn't full. About 25 probably. 22. Not too bad though. We'll go back and see if we can get our tank. Well, I wasn't able to use all of my liquid fertilizer, so we're actually going to come up here and sell it. Which we won't count this as income or anything, but we'll at least get it out of the tank so we can get some diesel put in it. Ooh, if I can take this tractor to stop. Hey, look, $3,000. Yay. Alright, now it's to the diesel. Here we go, getting some diesel. There, that should be good. Really need to refuel the tractor. If I could do that from this tank. Let's see, if I unhook it, is there a way to refuel by being beside it? No, I'm not finding it. Probably has to be hooked up to a different vehicle to do it. Oh well, we'll just try to keep this tractor going. Alright, now the roasted coffee bean factory has some fuel in it. So that shouldn't be a problem for a while. Now we can get back to selling off the products we have. Well, I went with this trailer here. I can't remember if it will auto-load this stuff or not. I know the... Oops, if I can line up right. The truck is not auto-loading correctly. It wants to do the just Euro pallets. So I'm hoping this has universal auto-load, so we'll see if it can do it. Let's see, maybe I'm not close enough. Let me turn on the help window. There, finally figured it out. If I get it all to load. I'm not sure if it'll load these two. Hoping so. It'd be nice to be able to fill this thing clear full. Yay, and it does. Not sure why it won't take that last one. Maybe there's not quite enough room for it. It looks like it's full. Okay. Well, we'll go sell this, and we'll come back and get the rest. Oh, 43,000 for the first load. I think we're not even... Yeah, I'm sure we're not halfway there, because we had a lot more lumber back behind the wall boards. So let's go get another load. I think we'll start with those, and maybe I can get more of those on, because the wall board takes a lot of space. It's a little tight in here, but I think I can get it. Of course, it took the wall boards first. Not quite like I wanted, but looks like it's taking quite a bit. I doubt it's going to put any more on the back. Yeah, and I might be too far from it. Yeah, there's definitely room for 2 more bundles anyhow. So let me see if I can get around here and get those last on the other side. Need to get in here and trim these trees. They're kind of in the way also. Won't have very far to take them. The sawmill right here. Now that's probably the last one. I'm not sure if it's going to let me get the last bundle. Nope, it's full. So we'll go sell this, and there's only 1 bundle left anyhow, so we won't have to worry about that. Here we are, getting the rest of the lumber off. Get another $50,000. That's really good. So far, we're at $352,000. That is some good money. Now we might, I'm trying to think here. This field is growing, so we might advance a month so we can come and make this silage. I think I have enough grass and water for the sheep to get through the day. Shouldn't have to worry about that, so I think that's my next step. Advance time, and then harvest this grass field. Well, here we are. It says it is ready to harvest. So let's get it mowed up, and we'll use our pickup wagon. I think we still have a pickup wagon. Yeah, we do. Duh. The sheep use it for their feed. So we'll get it picked up, and then we will create silage. Oop, if I get the right one turned on. So let me get this all mowed, and then I'll get right back with you. Well, unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to have enough fuel to finish mowing this, so we're going to have to run to the gas station. It's all put away and run to the gas. In one of my other series, I am making diesel, and this one, I'm buying it. So let's see how much it's going to cost to fill this thing up. There's $741 on that inflated fuel price. And at least we're full tanks. Now we don't have to worry about it. Get back there, finish mowing, and then get the pickup wagon. Finish filling them up. Actually, look like maybe they were out. What is this field? It's gonna drive me crazy not knowing. It's a wheat field. Every time I forget what it is. I always think it's oats. Let me get the grass picked up. I know a lot of guys would have waited another month before they would have mowed this, thinking, you know, you taller, you get more grass off of it. But would you lose out on a cutting in the year? So if I can get a 3rd cutting off of this, would it actually give me more grass than if I waited another month and only got 2 cuttings? I'm not sure. I've never actually tried to find out. But we mow it normally when it comes available for the first time. So that's what we did. I'll finish picking this load up and start getting it fermented. Well, here's our first load off of it. Looks like we definitely have another load out here. Normally we get a little over 2 loads. So we'll see if we can get the same amount this time. I think last time, I don't remember if it was... it was planted. I thought maybe it was just, you know, prairie grass, but we did plant it last time. So we'll dump this off and go back and get the rest of it picked up. Now this is the last of the grass pickup. It'll be 218,000 liters. Don't think that's quite as much as we had last time, but it's not too far off. I'm not even sure if that was double fertilized or just single fertilized. Really not sure on that. Now we can get this thing cranked up. Let's see, that was grass. There we go, 418,000. That into some silage and make some big bucks. Let's go see what we have next to do. I know when I drove by we were full of pallets, so that's our next thing we're going to grab. Get sold. Then after we sleep up there, we can get rid of all of our roasted coffee beans. See if I can remember how to turn this thing on. I always turn off my shortcut keys and then forget. Hey, that was simple. Just the regular Y button does it. Alright, that should be full. See if it'll spawn on a whole nother load. Yep, full again. So let me get these sold, come right back. There we go. Oh, only $4,000. Boy, pallets really aren't worth anything here. Maybe I should just sold the lumber, or not the lumber, but the trees. If I I could have made more off the trees than we are off these pallets. Wish you would have had the mod to be able to do the other kind of pallets. They were worth 3 times as much money, if not more. But either way, I got the pallets. I'll finish loading them and sell them all. Well, I drove back by after I got the first thing of pallets and realized they just loaded again. So I could have took twice as many. So now what is it, $8,000? Whoopee! But oh well, we'll sell these also. Oh, well, I won't drop them. There, I guess you have to manually drop it. A little over 9,000, I guess. Go back and get the rest of them. Well, this is our last load of the pallets. Get that one to fall down. Oh, great, they're not wanting to fall. You need to fall, please. Maybe. See if I can do this here. Fail. Let's see. Will not let go. Strap and unstrap doesn't seem to do any good. Can't like hit my brakes and make them fall. There, had to disable auto load, and that finally let them fall down. Oh well. Now we'll go back up here and get our dried, roasted coffee beans. See how much we can get out of those. And we still have all of our green coffee beans that we have left. And this place filled up. We had to store them at our place. They're still at all the greenhouses. Do that as soon as we get these loaded out. Full load and more coming in. Let's see what we can get out of it. Right, 41,000. Oops, still going. I must have missed a couple. There. So we're at 47,000. That's pretty good. Get the next batch. Well, it wasn't a full load here. 6 pallets short. We'll sell that, and then we can get down to the greenhouses and see how they came along and start bringing those up. Well, we're going to use our bigger trailer here, and hopefully we can hold more this way. Let's see, activate and deactivate. That's not working. Oh, it's the same old left shift and R. Kind of like the other way better though, so keep loading them instead of stopping. There we go. Let me get this thing loaded all up, and then we'll sell it. Well, it turns out, although it has a lot more room, it can still only hold at 16 pallets. So we'll sell this, and we'll go back to using the trucks. It's a lot easier to load with. Alright, let's see what we can get out of all these. Ooh, $92,000. Yeah, these green coffee beans are worth a fortune all the time. So let me get back to the truck and start bringing the rest of them up. Here's our first load with the truck. Like I said, it holds just as many. So probably another 92,000. Yep, 92,104. Back for more. Well, this load here is going to get us to the million mark, and we're not even done hauling the beans yet. Plus we have to get the silage that we're fermenting sold. And I think there was even some more wool that the sheep have created. So probably won't worry about the wool, but would like to be able to harvest that wheat field that the sheep are in. Let me finish these beans though, and then we'll get on to that. Now that we have enough money, I can't forget to buy our chicken pen. There we go. Now we have our own chickens. Now we just got to, of course, harvest that wheat over there to be able to feed them. Let me finish with the beans. Well, here we go, getting our very last pallet. There we are. Once we get it sold off, we'll be done with the coffee beans for today. And we'll be able to advance a couple months and harvest our wheat finally. Let me get this up and get it sold, and Then we can sell our silage also. I forgot our silage is fermented now. We'll sell it off and see how much we end up coming up with. Well, with all the coffee beans we've had, we've paid everything off that we were leasing. Now we're up to $1.4 million. I'm going to grab that tractor there and our pickup wagon, and we'll see how much we can get out of our silage. I forget how long this thing takes to fill. 200,000 liters. It's a slow process. I think it could ferment about as fast as it fills up. Let's see what one of these things is worth. At least it does dump out a lot faster. 56,000. That's pretty good. Be about another 56,000 in here. So let me grab it and get it sold also. Well, this is our last load of silage that we've produced. Another 55,892. That's a pretty good total for today at 1.5 million. We'll head back to the house. We'll go to sleep and wait for that wheat field to be ready to harvest. See you in the morning. Well, it is now August and our wheat field is finally ready to harvest. So let's get a combine and get out here and get started. I'm thinking it's not a very big field, so we don't need a big combine or anything. So let's get the Colossus. Alright, there we are with our new combine. Don't look too bad. Kind of a different kind of orange. Let me get her unhooked here and spun around and start our harvest. And we're off. Finally harvesting this field. Didn't think this field was ever going to be ready. There are some sheep and goats out here somewhere, I think. Don't see any right now. But yeah, I guess they're all maybe on the other end. There's a few down at the other end there. Well, I believe this will do it for this series here on Wastelands. Since we were able to top the 1 million mark, which was our goal. Oh, there's one right there. Laying down in the wheat field. But we hope you enjoyed this series, and if you did, be sure to slap that like button. If you haven't already, we would love to have you as a subscriber so you don't miss any future episodes here on Auto Sim Crew. Until next time, have a blessed day, and bye-bye.